Hello Minecrafters and welcome back to another tutorial. This time we will finally show you how the tree farm is built. So this is the tutorial for the tree farm, and yeah, here you can see we have started a flatland survival server as flatland server, and yeah, we've recreated it, and we'll go through the different parts now and then show how it's built. So here you can get an overview around it, and there are some we have done some science with how trees are growing, and we will also show our results here. So let's first just simply start with filling the farm. So for the ones who didn't see the other video, so what we are building here is a completely semi-automatic tree farm, which gives you back more saplings that you put into it, and it creates an completely solid block out of wood when you fill it with trees. And after that you can just mine through this block here like it is stone, and you can get wood cheap and easy and fast, and you will also get some apples as bonus for it. So you can see here Panda just started filling it, and every time a tree grows, the wood is pushed here into the center, and the tree height is different, but you can see how the principle here. So let's just wait till the next row is full. 3 more. Of course, this also works faster when 2 people are working, and you can see here he is just putting in the seeds at the bottom, and also and after that bone meal. So let's just help him a bit. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so now let's first start with how trees are growing. So when a normal tree grows, this farm here will only work with the normal saplings, with not with the birch or with the redwood saplings, only with the standard ones. So if a tree normally grows, it has the chance to become a normal tree or a big tree. A normal tree, these are examples for different normal trees. They have maximum height of, I don't know, a trunk of 5 blocks or so, or 6 blocks maybe, and they are mostly pretty small, and they all look pretty much the same, just the height differs a bit. But with a 10% chance it's gonna be a big tree. Maybe we can just get it here. So the chance is just 10%. It's bad luck just right now. Oh man.
Not one big tree, only the normal ones.
Cannot be here. So yes, okay, finally a big tree. So you can see it's there is a pretty much difference here, and the algorithm actually works completely different. So with a 10% chance it starts the algorithm for growing a normal tree, and for 90%, and with 10% chance it starts this algorithm here. And the normal trees can only grow when there is sufficient space around the trunk here, so they need an airspace. I don't know, at the first level they need a 3x3 airspace, I think. So it's something. So the area inside this obsidian here may not be filled with anything, and it's of course a problem for our tree farm. But the giant trees actually just need the trunk, to be clear. So we can show this here. when I grow a bone meal, it does nothing normally, because a normal tree, if it's chosen a normal tree, it won't grow. But if I continuously click it, okay, sorry, I did misplace it one block. It's with a 10% chance a big tree will grow, and you can see what happens here. Just a huge trunk with leaves at the top. And the reason is that the branches of the trees are generated separately, so they are only generated if there's space here. And the interesting fact is that if there is if there is clear space at the diagonal sides, they will still grow branches sometimes, and if they do, they will replace the blocks there. So this was just a big tree which looks like a normal one. That can also happen sometimes. And yes, so yeah, you can see it here. We have generated some branches here, and they replaced these glass blocks here. And actually you can even replace bedrock with it, which is pretty strange, but you will normally never get the chance to replace bedrock, because it has to be at the side of such a tree here, so you can't replace it when it's down at the bottom or up at the top, like in the nether. But maybe in adventure maps or so, I don't know. That's a pretty interesting fact. Okay, so yeah, that were the basics, but if it's the edges are also filled, it will not generate any branches. Okay, so yeah, now let's get to how this is working here. So in the middle of this spot here, the trees are generated. As you can see, there is no space at the sides, so it will only generate a trunk, basically, with some leaves, like over here. And these leaves are generated around this 3x3 wall here, and the pistons here will push the leaves. And the leaves can't be pushed by pistons, they will get destroyed. And that means, you can see them, there are some here, because Panda places them. Yeah, if you push a leaf by a piston, it will just get destroyed, and it's like destroying it by hand or letting it how do you call it, just disappear. It will yeah, it will eventually drop a seed with a chance of 1/20, and on average there are generated, let me just show it to you, 6 leaves on every side of this trunk here, and in our farm there is space enough for at these spots which I'm just filling right now. So every tree that grows will create these leaves here, and this is just 20 leaves exactly. So the chance of getting a sapling is exactly 1 with this. But actually there are also mostly 2 leaves at the center here in the middle above the trunk. So let's say that the tree is just this height here, and therefore you will also get some more leaves back, especially if it's growing at the very top here. And yeah, on average we got 1.2 saplings per tree, so actually more than it's than you used. So you will have more saplings after you filled the farm, and that's the huge improvement we were talking about. Okay, so here you can see the wiring, and we'll now just start building the farm to give you an example how it's done. And yeah, we'll skip some parts, but yeah, we'll try to make it as detailed as possible. But if we would do it just block by block, it would take too long. Okay, so let's begin. So let's just build it over here. At first you have to start with the ground, so we'll just make it out of obsidian like the last one. It's exactly 12 by 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And in the other direction as well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, fill this in with obsidian or any material you like. You should, if you're using enchanted tools for collecting the wood, we recommend you to build a floor out of something which is not broken easily, because you will accidentally break it when you are just mining through the wood otherwise. Okay.
For example, in our survival world we use snow because snow is not affected by efficiency, and so it's pretty useful.
Yes, and that's also the reason why we have sticky pistons with blocks in front of it, because you can very easily break pistons with an enchanted pickaxe or axe or anything, and yeah, that should not happen too often. Okay, so next step would be to place the pistons, and yeah, remember that there has to be one wide gap here because you will place other blocks in front of it. As I said, to remove to lower the chance of accident in breaking a piston, just place a solid strong block in front of it. And yeah, the height of this is 13 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we actually got a lightning just right beside the farm. And yeah, because trees can't generate any blocks, any trunks higher than 13 blocks above the ground. So after you've finished placing the pistons and the block in front of it, so we recommend either sandstone or snow, because these are the blocks less likely being destroyed. Yeah, you can. The next step is to build the controlling redstone of the pistons. So in this case, just the easiest way to control pistons is by just placing rows of torches behind them. This is because a torch can also power a piston diagonally, so you can just build rows of torches and he will power every piston. And
of course you have to place redstone on top of these blocks.
Yes, and
I will just do it on top.
And yeah, you do this all the way down to the lowest row, or you can also start from the bottom. Of course, this is not that easy in survival mode, but we also did it. Of course, it's possible. It's just a bit annoying to stack yourself up all the time. And yeah, so see you when it's done. So after you've finished placing all the redstone wire and the torches, the next step is to build this bud switch here. So when the trees grow and this row here gets filled, and when the last tree reaches the piston here, it gets updated, and yeah, it powers all these pistons here for a short moment, and therefore pushes all the trees one block to the side, so that the next row can grow. Here you can see basically how it's working. It's just not connected yet. And
should I just show how to build the bud switch?
yeah, just build it again, but I will just explain it.
Okay, so
okay, or you
you
just
explain
rebuild
it, I build it. So place a piston here, place a block in front of it, and a torch down here. Repeat that here. You wanted to explain.
Yes, but I can only explain when it's finished. So
okay.
So this block here powers the piston here diagonally. That means if this piston gets updated, it suddenly notices that it gets power from the top and therefore extends. That means that at first this redstone wire here gets powered for a short moment because the piston extends, but also the power goes back through this one and switches off the originally powering piston block which originally powers the piston. That means the piston retracts again because it doesn't receive any power, and when it's retracted it doesn't update anymore because it's just diagonally from it, and therefore it doesn't just spin back and forth all the time, it just updates once. Yeah, and that means we can just grab the signal here and now power all these lines. Okay, so here you can see we wired everything up. Just to remember two things. At first you have to invert the signal, of course. So yeah, you can see this piston, this redstone is off, this one is on, but you have also keep in mind, never use straight torches facing straight up, because these are just glitching out. Never use these, only use the torches which are at the side of the block. When you use the other ones, you will get one tick piston extending and leaving the snow block one block to the side or something. So never use them. You will only have problems with them. They are only useful in very slow mechanisms where you don't have fast pulses. But you can see we have only torches which are facing to the side, and they are working properly. Okay, so let's head over to the next step. So maybe let's just first shortly show how this is working. Panda, place a block, please. You can see the complete wall just extends one block when a block is placed over here. Working fine. So we've noticed that it might get a bit long if you just build everything up step by step. I'll now try to explain how the different parts of it are working. And if you need a more detailed one, please tell me, and we will try to extend it a bit. But it should, hopefully you can get it this way. Panda?
I guess you will always also put the map download in the video description, so you can check out the file yourself and see how it's working if you're interested.
Okay, so let's start from the top. You can see the trees are generated in this spot here, and then pushed over to here. So you can see the row of trees here, and then pushed to the side. So the next step to after you've built this one here would be to build these pistons here. You can see there is another butt switch here, which pretty much works the same. It just updates this row here when the block gets placed here, and pushes all the blocks to the side. So it's a piston here pushing the green wool with a torch down here, and you can see it's here you get the inverted signal, and this one powers a block diagonally from it. It's pretty much the same like the other one. There are no more redstone blocks than the ones you can see here. Just this piston here and these few blocks here, and of course you need this stone block here in front of the repeater. Okay, so you can see as the wiring here goes all the way up, you have to place it in a way that every piston gets powered, and we managed to do it without any repeater to the very top. If you have problems to wire it properly, you can either try to download or just look at it and try to directly copy it, or just use one repeater. It doesn't matter too much. It may be a problem if you accidentally suddenly gets two trees right behind, but that's pretty rare. I don't know, but it is possible to power them without any repeater, as you can see, so maybe you can do that on your own. Okay, so
we got a prototype of the technique we used to power them over here. So
maybe we should just actually I've built this, so I should show it. So if you place a torch here, all the pistons get pushed, and it's basically just a spin tower here. These blocks here just spin up all the way, just 2x2 shaft, and you can see there are 3, 2, 3, 2, all every 4 blocks it changes, and it's all covered with redstone here. And on the other side you can see there are wool blocks every 4 blocks, and they power the other ones. You can see from the side that they are there is a block every second block, and there is a gap here, but the blocks in the middle are just powered by this cable here, so you don't need any additional wiring here, for example. It's just not needed, so we removed it. And it's actually pretty simple, and it should be good for everything except the very top, because you have to do some tricks there to get it to the last block here, because this is running on the last signal block here, so an additional redstone wire wouldn't be powered anymore because it's too far away from the source. And this piston here gets power through this block here, so it was very close, but it's actually worked, or actually works still. So moving on to the next part, for destroying the leaves blocks, you can see we have these rows of pistons here, and yeah, okay, we can't show it anywhere else. There are 5 rows. The 3 in the middle have nothing in front of them, just pure pistons, and the other one have additional blocks. It doesn't need to be endstone or anything, but they have to be sticky pistons, of course, because they are pushing the leaves which are generated at these rows here, and we just made them align in one plane, so you can easily power them, and that's why we have sticky pistons here and normal ones here. And it's basically just the same as on the other side. We have redstone torches all the way behind the pistons here, and this redstone wire here goes back, gets inverted, and goes through the center here. It's the same on the other side. You'll of course have to keep in mind that you have only 50 meters until the signal goes out, and yeah, low timing is always a sign of well building, so try to use as few repeaters as possible. And yeah, the signal starts at the point here where we have one repeater. This lever here just powers the repeater, it does nothing else. And this one powers this redstone block here, and the power goes through the glowstone here, because glowstone is transparent, it doesn't cut off the power from the cable. And that means it can travel through without having yeah, an opening there. And yeah, it just goes, it comes from down over there and goes through these blocks here, and then all the way up to the top. And it's at first powering the green wool blocks here, which do push the tree one block to the side. So this is powering this row of pistons here, which is behind these blocks. And yeah, as I said, one moment later the blocks at the side get pushed. So Panda, could you please fill in the farm? He's making
1 second.
so you can see how it's working. So maybe, yeah, you can see at first this row here gets pushed, and then the one to the sides. I will just remove the glass so you can see better. So once again, every time the tree grows, it's nearly instantly destroyed, and you will get all the leaves back which are falling down. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Mostly
So,
we've just
yeah.
yes.
So here we can show the thing again. I just built a small
A smaller version of it.
small design to show it. So the tree will grow in here, and leaves. Wait a second. Leaves are generated in this spots and this spots, and get destroyed by these pistons.
And eventually
And
will drop a sapling.
Yeah, and the wood is pushed out to the side by the pistons.
Okay, so some cool tricks here. We managed to get in some water streams, which will just carry all the saplings which have which fall down here to the walkway here, so you just can run through and collect them. Nothing really fancy, but a bit helpful. And these iron bars here are just there because you can't walk against the repeater if there is a solid block here, and the repeater is facing in the wrong direction. I can't walk there. It has to be an iron bar or something else, or just if you leave it blank, you might get some branches yeah, being created here. As I said, the diagonal blocks have to be full, otherwise you may get branches, and this is why you need some block here. It can be anything besides air, but yeah, as I said, iron bars are pretty useful. Okay, so
Yeah, some more things. Besides the tree, there are placed signs. JL, where are you going?
yeah, I just forgot about this.
So there are placed signs, and one basic thing, here's a repeater with a lever behind it, which powers through the wood block when it's placed here. So it's just a basic thing how we detect the tree.
Yes, forgot what this thing is actually doing. So yeah, as you said, it detects the tree and yeah, sends the power to the pistons. And these signs
And
are to
one
avoid leaves getting created here.
Yeah, because you normally stand here and you don't want to have the leaves in your head block. So one more thing to show. So this glowstone block here have to be there, or at least a non-solid block, because the redstone wire goes down there, and if you place a solid block here, it will cut the wire. But with a non-solid block like glowstone, it will just look like it is cutted, but it will still go through.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. Only glowstone, glass, or blank, or anything. Okay. I think we've pretty much covered every part of it. I hope you are now able to rebuild the farm on your own if you want. And yeah, thanks for watching my videos, and see you next time.